Wave goodbye to all the humans on the dock. You may never see them again. Hello and welcome to the Aperture Science-assisted tropical rainforest excursion. I am your skipper. Please keep your various human parts inside of the vehicle at all times. We applied a very strong glue to the seats before you entered, so you should have no problem staying seated for the whole ride. On the banks of the river you can see butterflies. They share about 80% of their DNA with common houseflies, and about 20% of their DNA with salted butter. To your right, you can see the line for a much more exciting attraction. In the past several days, some visitors claim to have spotted tigers near this location. This claim is entirely unfounded and reflects poorly on our organization. The visitors responsible for the claims were swiftly executed. The crocodiles here are made of a synthetic blend of chemicals. If you touch one by accident, please tell us so we can give you immediate medical attention. The snakes on the left bank were part of a failed experiment in which we attempted to breed humans with noodles. Disregard any mournful cries that you may hear coming from their general direction. We are now entering into the Aperture Science Clean Energy Development Department. Unfortunately, the world's first infinite clean energy source was destroyed when the department was flooded and overrun with elephants. Their happy faces do not make up for the trillions of dollars of technology that they have destroyed. This one seems to enjoy spraying humans as they pass by. He will live to regret his actions, but we currently lack the funds to remove him. Now would be a great time to mention that all plant matter in this environment should be seen as dangerous until proven otherwise. If any of you have associated with a certain yellow fruit in the past 80 minutes, avoid making eye contact with the primates along the right bank of the river. The Imagineers were too lazy to model a new Jeep for this part of the ride, so they reused a model from another ride. I'm not supposed to say that part, but I'm also not legally permitted to drive a boat. And that hasn't stopped me. There is no need to take pictures. You can purchase a recording of the security tapes for this entire ride once we are finished. Up ahead you can see the famous falls. Disney destroyed 160 acres of perfectly good orange farms in order to simulate nature for your entertainment. We are now entering the Nile River. If you do not believe me, you must be in denial. My programming usually prevents me from making horrible jokes, but I suppose that one slipped through. If you are concerned about the elephants attacking the boat, please voice your concerns only after we have passed by them. They can hear impolite comments from up to 20 feet away. If they attack the boat before you can voice your concerns, the attack will be noted in our database of elephant attacks. One of our workers will be sure to include your death on the cute statistics poster that we hang in the lobby. We are now entering the African veldt. The animals here are real, but they have been securely bolted to the ground for your safety. Up there you can see some lions that are helping their friend deal with the recent loss of his family. He is very sad, but he can rest assured that his family died for a good cause. How else were we supposed to find out how high a zebra can bounce? Some might refer to that as a pointed confrontation. Their use of humor to cope with a disastrous scenario is commendable. You have all been very quiet so far. Also, you are all made of cubes. At first I assumed my optical sensor was broken, but at this point I've just accepted that reality is a lot more square than I remember. We are entering the Aperture Science Hippo Containment Pool. It is quite easy to extrapolate the function of this pool simply by hearing the name, so I don't feel the need to explain it. The hippos are not aggressive at all, unless they hear noises from a boat. I'm going to shoot some shots into the air in the hopes that hippos understand the danger of a loaded gun. It seems like they got the message. In our clinical tests, hippos were able to take down nearly every human that we put up against them. So in short, you're welcome. The other half of the boat seems to have been taken over by some apes. Most would doubt their abilities, but I'm almost certain that they would do a better job than all of the human skippers on this ride. These ones are taking a break and catching some butterflies. I would join them if I could, but my lack of arms would make the process difficult. Besides, why waste time catching butterflies when you could just simulate the experience with advanced neurotechnology? The humans get really excited at this part of the ride because you get to see water from behind. I never understood it. Perhaps there's something I'm missing. What's so fascinating about the backside of water? Either way, I'm legally obligated to say something about it. So there you go. On the right side of the boat you can see a rock. It's my favorite rock in the jungle because it never asks any questions. It is also highly radioactive. Those of you on the right side of the vehicle are in for a treat in about 20 or 30 years. Take a good look at it. The medical bills will be worth it. Due to financial issues at Aperture Science, our river of sharks has been downgraded somewhat to a river of angry fish. Our tests have not been able to show exactly what they are angry about. But it probably has something to do with the fact that they're punctured on sticks and made to spin for days on end. That snake there is actually a camera. It's there to catch people who try to smuggle things out of the jungle. You have nothing to worry about if you aren't trying to steal anything. If you are, you'll barely feel the laser melt your skeleton. So either way it's fine. Don't let the monkey take your picture. He uses them to forge driver's licenses. I hope you all enjoyed the Aperture Science Assisted Tropical Rainforest Excursion. Before leaving the boat, please check that you still have all your limbs and extremities. If you find that you have a surplus, conduct a visual inspection of the person sitting next to you. Otherwise, miscellaneous extremities can be turned into the lost and found once we have docked. If you feel your feet getting wet as you step out, you have likely disembarked on the wrong side of the boat. As much as I would enjoy getting off of this ride and enjoying the rest of the park, my frame is welded to the interior of this boat. I don't get paid to bring you back in one piece. I just get paid to bring you back, although it makes things much harder if you're in multiple pieces. Thank you for coming with me on this fun adventure. Now get out.